RIWAY, that RIWAY International po find its way in how to help humans from any suffering, any kind of diseases po. RIWAY being an research and development company has spend millions in making research on how to perfect the product po.
Now I would like to introduce to you our the sole product or the only health product of RIWAY International, the Purtier Placenta 6th edition. Nakita niyo po na it is made in New Zealand and which is known as the pollution-free country po. And it is one of the cleanest country in the world. Kaya po, doon po nire-raise yung deer natin at doon din yung company plant nakalagay po. Nakikita po natin na it is answer to reverse aging po. Now, are you familiar with anti-aging? Kasi before, hindi ko alam itong reverse aging. Yung naalam ko lang yung anti-aging po. Yung anti-aging po, for example, I am 54 today, then I'm going to take that anti-aging product. After a year, nung nag-55 na ako, I think I still look 54. So that is anti-aging. Parang pinapabagalan po ng food supplement yung aging process ng isang tao. While reverse aging po is different. Halimbawa po, I am 54 today. Then I'm going to take the product. I will avail that 6-month therapy. I think it will not take years. I think it's only a few months na marami na pong magsasabi na I look 53 or I look 52 or 51. So yan po yung reverse aging. Paatras po yung mukha natin. No? Although yung edad natin ay every year tumataas. Pero kung nag-take tayo ng Purtier Placenta, yung reverse aging po yung mangyayari. Now, introducing the medical science breakthrough, the discovery of stem cell. As we know, ang stem cell po, it's the most basic form of living things. Now, are you familiar with stem cell? Kung hindi man po, siguro lahat sa atin ay familiar po ng sperm cell. The moment po na mag-met po yung sperm cell with the ovum or the egg cell, so that's the time po na nagkaroon ng stem cell. Then nagkaroon po ng duplication. Yung isang stem cell naging dalawa po, naging 4, naging 8, naging 16, 64, 128, and so on. Then nagkaroon po ito ng blastocyst or the mother stem cell. Then that's the time na magkaroon po ng cell division or cell assignment, na magkaroon tayo ng intestinal stem cell, liver stem cell, nerve stem cell, heart stem cell, lung stem cell, and it will develop into more than 300 different types of stem cells. Then at the end of 9 months po, ay lumalabas na po yung very healthy na baby. So that's the time po na alam po natin na lahat po tayo ay galing po sa stem cell. I will give you an example po. Halimbawa po, pag nagkaroon tayo ng isang furniture, no? Gawa po siya ng kahoy. So nasira po yung isang paa ng lamesa po, for example. So ano pong gagawin natin? I-repair po ba natin siya using cement? pwede naman po, pero alam natin na it will not bring back to its original form. So, similarly po, kung isang simento naman, isang bagay na gawa ng simento, i-repair po natin using wood. Okay po yun, pero it will not bring its original form po. Like human being also, pag meron tayong mga karamdaman, because we are made up of stem cell, yung dapat po na igamot sa atin po ay dapat stem cell din po kasi we are made up of stem cell. Pero lahat tayo, no, kadalasan sa atin, we consult a physician, then bibigyan tayo ng synthetic medicine. Nakakagaling naman po, but sometimes it will not totally heal the person, especially yung mga cancer patients po. So, yan po yun. Yung stem cell po, nakakagaling siya dahil it has miraculous abilities po. Now, I'm going to present to you the conventional method of stem cell therapy. Yung ano po ay placenta injection. Ito po yung pinaka-famous, no? Na which is very expensive and time-consuming po. Kasi if you have the money, you will fly all the way to Switzerland or Germany to have the procedure performed there. And of course, it will cost millions. And I think the shortest time na magstay ka doon is 1 month. Kasi pagdating mo doon, hindi naman po kaagad na nagkaroon ka ng injection, no? Kundi meron pa mga examination before the procedure. Then the next one is a stem cell transplant. Again, this is very expensive and painful pa. For example po, nagkasakit po yung isang tao, no? Yung kailangan po siya ng stem cell transplant sa yung isang kidney niya, yung left kidney niya po ay nag-malfunction. So, kailangan po mag-extract po ng stem cell galing sa left kidney niya, then ililipat po sa right. Napakasakit po yun during the process, no? Kasi ini-extract po yung stem cell without using anesthesia. Bakit po? Kasi namamatay po yung stem cell kung ginagamitan po ng anesthesia. Kasi kaya po ito po ay very painful and expensive. Now the third one is the cord blood banking. I think naririnig natin sa mga celebrities ngayon, no, yung mga mayayaman, na after po sila nanganganak, pinapapreserve po yung umbilical cord ng bata, no, saka ng karagdang ito. Then, okay po ito, pero meron po siyang mischance kasi may time limit po siya. Ang maximum po is 20 years. And during that time, I think, pag naging 20 years na yung bata, no, I think that's still very active and healthy, no? Provided po na yung tama po yung pagkain at coupled with tamang exercise po. Then, mahal po ito kasi yung pagbayad po sa pagpapreserve sa laboratory po, very expensive din. At the time po na kailangan mo na mag-extract dito, mahal din po yung bayad. So, it was very expensive and meron ding mischance. Then the fourth one is the placenta injection. Ito po yung kadalasan ginagawa ng mga beauty salon. Again, yung issue dito is safe ba tayo? Kasi hindi natin alam kung yung tao po na nag-perform sa procedure is professional to do it. Then, isang safety concerns din yung issue kung saan po kaya galing yung placenta na yung stem cell na ini-inject sa isang tao, no? So, ito po yung issue niya. Yung safety concern, yung professional ba yung naggumagawa nito or yung at saka yung source ng stem cell. Then another one is the adult stem cell banking. For example, at the age of 25, yung isang tao, no, gusto niya magpakuha ng sarili niyang stem cell, then i-preserve po ito for later use. Again, it's very expensive and maybe too late then. Kasi at the age of 25, we don't know kung meron na rin tayong mga diseases within ourselves, no? So preserving it, kasali na po yung mga diseases na meron tayo during the time. Then the last one is the healthy lifestyle. Again, kung tayo po ay we are eating organic food, then having healthy lifestyles, daily exercise, then yung stem cell po natin ay nagre-reproduce po siya. So, ito yung libre na source of stem cell na pwede nating makukuha, no? Na walang bayad. Just eating healthy foods, organic foods na walang mga chemicals and pesticides, at saka exercising regularly, daily dapat, no? So again, napakahirap po itong gawin. Now the question is there any convenient, effective, and affordable way? Meron po ba? Ang sagot po is meron po. Introducing the oral live cell modern technology, no? Ito yung Purtier Placenta. So, this is nagkaroon po tayo ng Purtier Placenta using this 4 or 5 modern technology. Yung number 1 po is the freeze drying technology. Live cells are preserved and maintained bioactive for 3 to 4 years. So, after nang manganak po yung deer, no? For example, sa New Zealand, yung deer po ay nanganak na. Then hina-harvest po natin yung placenta. Then ini-extract yung live stem cells. Ini-extract yung live stem cell using the freeze drying technology po, para maging bioactive po ito from 3 to 4 years. Then we also have the nitrogen filled technology. It prevents oxidation, which will make placenta live cell rancid. So, for example, nag-slice ako ng apple, no? Ano pong mangyayari after a few minutes? Di ba naging brownish po yung sides ng apple? So ito po yung tinatawag natin na oxidation process. So para po sa Purtier Placenta po, yung stem cell, bago po siya ipinasok dun sa capsule, inalis po yung oxygen at pinalitan po ng nitrogen. Then another one is the enteric coated technology. Ito po yung isang modern technology po na ginagamit na para po yung ating product na Purtier Placenta ay naging intelligent po siya na i-bypass niya po yung stomach natin and will go directly to the small intestine. Dahil po yung stomach natin is very acidic po at saka dahil marami po ditong enzymes na kailangan po para ma-digest po yung mga pagkain na pinapasok natin sa ating stomach. Then the Purtier Placenta na pag tinitake po siya, diretso po siya sa small intestine na tinatawag po natin na alkaline environment. Alam niyo po ba dito sa small intestine po, kung dito po nag-burst yung Purtier Placenta, ang taas po ng absorption rate dito dahil lahat ng kinakain natin na ang mga food nutrients po ay dito po yan, waiting for distribution to all our body organs. Kasi this is an alkaline environment. Another one is the emulsification technology. So it allows larger molecules to be absorbed by the chylomicron pathway. So pinapaliit po yung larger molecules, no, na kahit po yung pinakamaliit na ugat sa ating mata at sa brain ay kaya po niyang pasukin. So no wonder po yung product po natin ay very effective po sa mga stroke patients. Then another one, the last one is BioSoft gel technology. It ensures that the effective ingredients dissolve rapidly in the small intestine, boosting the absorption rate of the bioactive nutrients. So, yung product po natin, no, BioSoft gel, using the BioSoft gel technology, hindi po siya mahirap lulukin, no, kahit na yung bata. The moment na nabasa po ito ng water, parang mag-slide lang po siya sa ating esophagus going to the small intestine. So madali po siyang at saka madali siyang matunaw because it's BioSoft gel technology. Now these are the unique unintegrated formulation of the Purtier Placenta. So yung pinakauna po, meron pong Purtier Placenta extract. This is the main ingredients po. By the way po, bakit po deer yung source natin? Kasi po yung deer ay tinatawag po natin na divine beast. At saka napakalinis po ito. As we know, this is the only mammal na wala pong gallbladder. Kaya ang deer po ay napaka-picky eater. Dahil po, mamamatay po sila the moment na makakain sila ng mga lason na damo sa gubat, no? Kaya pinipili po nila na dapat first lang po. And the moment na nakakain po sila ng lason, they will commit suicide po. And aside from Purtier Placenta, meron din po tayong 11 other ingredients, no, aside from their placenta extract. One of these is the nucleic labem. It is anti-inflammatory, oxidation, and age-defying. So, nanggaling po ito sa white strawberry po. Yung RIWAY International po, kasi ang pwede gumamit ito because it is patented by the RIWAY International. Alam niyo po ba na because of this nucleic labem ay nakakorek po siya up to the genetic level po. Ang ibig sabihin po nito, for example, yung mother po, no, yung isang babae, meron po siyang asthma. Yung asthma po, alam natin na napapamana po ito sa anak ng mother, no, sa isang babae. So, kung yung isang babae, isang mother ay nag-take na siya ng Purtier Placenta at nakorek na yung asthmatic condition niya, hindi na po niya mapapamana doon sa bata pag nagbuntis siya. Dahil because of nucleic labem. So it's very amazing po. Then another one is the fucoidan extract. It maintains and improves gut and digestive health. This will act as chemotherapy po. Pero iba po yung ginagawa niya. Fucoidan extract will only kill the cancer cells or the bad cells. Leaving the good cells po na hindi po niya pinapatay po. Unlike sa yung chemotherapy, lahat po na madaanan niya, good or bad cells ay patay po. So, yan po ang kaibahan ng fucoidan extract. Then another one is the apple polyphenol. This is the third ingredient po sa Purtier Placenta 6th edition na wala po sa previous edition, no? Bago po ito. Apple polyphenol is a nutritional powerhouse rich in antioxidants also. And the third one, the fourth one is the dendrobium. It nourishes the stomach and moistens the lungs. Meron po tayong marine collagen peptides. It maintains youthful skin and produces age-defying effect. So kaya po, kadalasan po yung marine collagen ay present po sa mga skincare products, lalo po sa mga kababaihan po. Then another one is the evening primrose oil. Para po ito sa maganda po ito sa mga babae. It regulates vitality and promotes metabolism. Then we also have good sources of good cholesterol. Meron tayong iscolin, avocado, and borage oil. Then we also have aloe vera extract, which will boost the body's immune system and improve digestion. We also have lycopene, natural carotenoid known as super antioxidants. So ito po yung the unique and integrated formulation po ng isang capsule natin, no? So very amazing po siya, no, na in one capsule we have these 12 ingredients. Ang tanong, mahal po ba ito? So, sagot natin yan later, no? Sino po ba yung pwedeng gumamit ng Purtier Placenta po? Anybody po, kung gusto niyo na makagain ng better health, magabil po kayo ng 6 months therapy. Then, yung 1 bottle po ay meron tayong 60 capsules. Take note po, buhay po yung live cell po yung laman ng capsule po. Then sa first month, the patient will consume 2 bottles. He will take 2 in the morning and 2 in the evening. So it will be taken at least 1 hour before meals para po mas effective po yung pag-absorb ng product, no, ng capsule, no? Kasi mas maganda siya pag wala pang laman yung tummy natin. So pag breakfast, mas maganda at least 1 hour before breakfast, no? Then in the evening naman po, at least 1 hour after eating or before going to bed. Then for the second, third, fourth, and fifth and 6 months, you will just consume 1 capsule, 1 bottles po, by having 1 capsule in the morning and 1 capsule in the evening. And ito ngayon, pag-usapan natin yung price, no? Yung isang bottle po, it will cost 20,880. And yung isang set po for 6 months therapy, it will cost you 135,000 pesos po. Again, ang tanong ko, mahal po ba? Yes, mahal po. Kasi alam ko, sa ngayon wala akong ganyan kalaking halaga, no, sa pocket ko. Pero po, if we will talk about stem cell, napaka-mura po nito. Kasi considering yung placenta injection, no, when you go to Switzerland, it will cost you millions. But with this Purtier Placenta, for just 6 months therapy, you will only need 135,000 pesos po. But again, itong 135,000 for 6 months therapy ay para lang po ito sa mga taong walang masyadong mabigat na karamdaman po, walang masyadong maraming sakit. But kung cancer po, kung yung taong may cancer, iba na po yung usapan noon. Kasi dapat i-megadose po natin yung pag-take niya ng Purtier Placenta po. Like for example, he will take 2 capsules in the morning, 2 in the afternoon, and 2 in the evening. This is done po para to fight the cancer cells. Pipigilan po natin o papatayin po natin siya to bring back the good health of the patient. So, hindi po talaga siya mahal, no? Lalong-lalo na if you value your life. Yung buhay po ba natin is only mas mura pa o mas mahal pa sa 235,000? Ang tanong po, yung buhay natin is priceless, no? Hindi tayo makabili kahit saan. Nag-iisa lang to. The moment na pinabayaan natin to, mawala tayo dito sa earth. Then, kaya po, sa mga tao pong may karamdaman, I think it's about time, the better time to bring back your good health. And I believe that Purtier Placenta po ay kaya pong i-bring back i-heal kung ano ba yung karamdaman ng meron ng isang tao, no? We already have so many testimonies na yung isang cancer patient hindi na tinanggap sa hospital at na-meet niya si Purtier Placenta, nag-take ng Purtier Placenta, nag-avail ng therapy at na-heal po yung cancer niya. So, kahit na when you go to YouTube, I think you can find lots of testimonies. So, alam niyo po na, for example, na address na po yung lahat ng karamdaman ng isang tao, no? Ang makikita natin is mag-glow yung mukha, no? Yung isang patients after going through the process, no? The healing process. Pag na-address na yung lahat ng karamdaman sa internal organs, ay makikita po natin yun sa labas. Ang mangyari po is reverse aging. So, now I'm going to present some of the testimonies, no, regarding the products. As you can see on the screen, this is Mr. Raymond Tong. Nagkaroon po siya na-hospitalize siya 4 times in 8 years. Nagkaroon siya ng heart attack, then admitted twice in critical control unit. So it happened in 2013. Then after a year, ito na po yung mukha niya. Then in 2015, mas lalo siyang bumata, no? Pabata ng pabata po si Mr. Remontong. Siya po yung dahilan kung bakit po na nagkaroon po tayo ng Purtier Placenta o RIWAY International dito sa Philippines po. Siya po yung nagdala dito, no? Si Mr. Raymond Tong. Then the next one is Mr. David Yu, 22 years old, diabetes. So nagkaroon siya ng 4 insulin injections per day, almost blind, and nagkaroon siya ng skin pigmentation. So makikita po natin, no? Ito yung first picture. Then he met Purtier Placenta, nag-avail siya ng therapy until naging healthy siya ulit. Nawala yung diabetes niya at naging normal na yung blood sugar niya. So now he is one of the active advocates of the RIWAY International. Siya po ay isang Team Elite Pegasus po. Ito naman po ay si Mr. Armando Patosa po. He's the father of our 2 very active advocates, no? Ma'am Maya Momis and Sir Gerson Patosa. Then si Mr. Armando Patosa po ay nagkaroon po siya ng COPD na akala nila po na mamamatay na po yung papa nila dahil kahit na mga 5 steps lang po, nahirapan na po siya. At saka dala-dala niya yung spray niya every time na umaalis siya sa bahay o naglalakad ng konti dahil mahirapan pa siya manghinga. Then luckily na-met po ni Sir Gerson Patosa yung si Purtier Placenta. Ang pinainom nila yung papa nila. Then after ilang months, gumaling na po si Sir. Ito na po yun siya na yung dati niyang ginagawa po, nagmumotor, ay ginagawa na po niya ngayon. But until now po, tuloy-tuloy pa rin yung pag-take niya ng Purtier Placenta po. Dahil na rin po, kasi yung mga anak niya na nag-advocates ay kumikita rin ng free products from RIWAY International. Then the next one is Ma'am Belinda Dabi. She is 64 years old from Davao City. Nag-work pa siya sa US, then nagkaroon siya ng stroke due to high blood pressure. yung half body niya na paralyzed po for 7 years. Then, dahil nahihirapan na siya sa US, naisipan niya na umuwi dito sa Davao. Ito po niya, pagdating niya po sa airport, naka-wheelchair po siya. So napakasakit po. Tingnan ng family niya na pag alis niya sa Pilipinas papuntang US, ay nakakalakad pa siya, very healthy. Then pag uwi dito, ganyan na po yung itsura niya, naka-wheelchair, dala-dala yung, yung tungkod niya. Then, luckily, na-met po, meron po isang RIWAY advocates, no, na RIWAY advocate na nag-introduce sa kanila si Purtier Placenta. Then she availed the product and took it as therapy. Then luckily po, bumalik po yung good health ni Ma'am Belinda Dabi po. So ito na po yung mukha niya, no? Nakikita niyo na she's getting prettier and younger. Tsaka nag-glow na. Bumabalik na po yung ganda ni Ma'am. Then the next slide po, ito po si Ma'am Nona Aquino, 40 years old, also from Davao City. Nagkaroon po siya ng ovarian cancer. Then, na-meet niya si Purtier Placenta. She decided to take the therapy. And after 6 months po, she was declared cancer-free. And now, she is actively advocating the products, no? Hindi na po siya bumabalik sa dati niyang trabaho po. Then the next one po is Ma'am Minchian Nisa from Leyte. Na-diagnose po siya with stage 4 breast cancer in December 2016. And she rejected doctor's advice to do 6 therapies of chemotherapy. Dahil alam niya na hindi ito maganda, no? She decided to go for alternative medication. Until finally na-met niya si Purtier Placenta po. She took 6 capsules of Purtier Placenta daily, no? 2 in the morning, 2 in the afternoon, and 2 in the evening. Then in January 5, 2017, yan siya nag-start. Then, yung cancer marker as reported, no? Malaki yung progress na from 20.7, naging 13.5 na po siya in just a matter of 10 weeks. So, tinutuloy-tuloy lang po niya then until naging cancer-free na siya. So, ito na po si Ma'am Minchi ngayon, no? Ma'am Minchian Misa. Ang layong-layo po sa dati pong itsura niya. Gumaganda si Ma'am, bumabata. And very smiling na, very happy kasi she is now cancer-free. I think that ends my presentation for tonight. Back to you, Ms. Ma'am Melody, for tonight's OPP. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Sir Tito Andales. May I ask everyone, applause naman po tayo sa magandang presentation ni Sir Tito ngayong gabi, no? And I hope everyone is very informed. Everyone is very blessed with the testimonies being shown with us. And I hope marami kayong learnings na nakita, no? Can you give me a heart emotion po para sa presentation natin? May I request? Heart lang po, heart reaction po from all of you. Ayan, thank you very much po. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Ayan. So sana po, no, marami tayong natutunan sa mga product details na meron tayo with Purtier Placenta. And this has been proven not only here in the Philippines, of course, in other parts of the world as well. And I can attest to that. And even my husband is using the product, no, ng Purtier Placenta. And na-witness din po namin how effective it is nung nadisgrasya siya sa motor a week ago, more than a week ago, and nakita namin yung talagang process, yung healing process niya sa mga sugat niya. And fortunately, ang bilis talaga ng healing, ang bilis talaga ng pag-ease ng pain, at saka talagang nakatulong yung Purtier Placenta sa kanya. And before we continue with our testimonials tonight, may I share with you also how did I meet RIWAY before kami naging user ng product na to. I met RIWAY International with the help and with the introduction of the wife of Sir Tito, si Sis Josephine Andales. Nung makita niya na nag-online selling din ako sa mga social media, and she noticed na marami akong mga products na binibenta. Not only food, we have also skincare products na specially made din and crafted with the hands of one of our family members sa side ng husband ko. So nakita niya how I was that time na as an entrepreneur, as a mompreneur. Kasi during the time of pandemic, medyo na-down yung business namin sa trucking. So because of nawala ng service sa mga deliveries, nag-close yung mga establishments sa mga clients ng mga dinideliveran namin ng mga goods. So wala talagang masyadong income. So we decided to make some other sources of income. So nakita niya na potential yung let's say yung talent ko sa aking sa industry ng selling, online selling. So and during that time, last year, nagkaroon din ng brain cyst yung tito ko. That was, I think that was around during that time in August ata yun, or September, na na-introduce ko din po itong Purtier Placenta sa kanila. But unfortunately, they did not make a purchase kasi nagtiwala sila sa operasyon na gagawin doon sa tito ko. Medyo nag-worry ako kasi brain cyst yun. So brain kasi is the major part of the nervous system. So kapag nagalaw yung brain dyan sa any part of the brain, even the nerves, so magkakaroon talaga ng fatal result or even a more difficult situation sa pasyente. And operasyon niya, okay naman po yung naging operasyon, pero dahil sa excitement niya nang lumabas ng hospital, naputukan siya ng ugat sa ulo. So that made him paralyzed. At saka wala na talagang, parang nakita ko na talagang numbered na yung kanyang days. And so it happened, nawala po siya. So masakit din, no? Kasi in-introduce natin yung product pero hindi nila tinry. But it's their decision naman po. Sa food supplements naman po, we can recommend, pero hindi pa rin tayo yung magde-decide for them. So it's the family's decision pa rin po. Kahit na close sa puso natin, kahit na close relative talaga natin, kahit nakapamilya pa natin, hindi natin sila mapipilit. So that's the time I decided to be in this business, in this advocacy. Not only business, purely business, but an advocacy po na to help my other relatives na to be informed in this food supplement po na meron tayo sa Purtier Placenta. And it's not it's not just an ordinary food supplement. It's the Rolls Royce of all food supplements, di ba? So, saan pa tayo pupunta, di ba? If these benefits can address all the illnesses, all the diseases, di ba? Fatal diseases, lahat na no, pwede niyang matulungan. So, kaya po this is very timely in this time na makashare tayo, ma-share natin tong advocacy na to by giving them hope that there is still hope, no? And coupled with prayers pa rin po. Okay. So yan po ang ating RIWAY story or Purtier Placenta story with our experiences with the product. Okay. So now we're going to have a testimony. She is from Iloilo, a close relative of our leader, Sis Josephine Andales. And she will be sharing her personal experience with the Purtier Placenta and with the rest of the members of the family. Okay, so let's all be excited to her testimony. Help me welcome, ladies and gentlemen, Miss Florentina Awitan. Ma'am. Hello, ma'am.
Yes.
Hello, good evening po.
Okay.
Medyo choppy po
Nina.
yung boses po.
Okay.
Hanap po tayo siguro ng
Hello.
magandang... Ayan. Okay na po. Sige, ma'am. Try niyo po
Okay
ulit.
na. Okay.
Ayan, loud and clear.
Good evening. Okay. Good evening po sa lahat. Especially good evening to Ma'am Philip Fair, our host for tonight's OPT. And also to Sir Tito Andales, our cousin-in-law. And I know my cousin is also listening right now. Parang yung pag-invite sa akin ni Nene, parang ayaw ko kasi baka mag-emote ako sa ating testimony. Pero I accepted the challenge so that I can try and try until I can make it. So again, good evening to all the participants, to our advocates and members of this Purtier Placenta by RIWAY International. I know about RIWAY International, about RIWAY introducing Purtier Placenta in 2018, or I think in 2019 when my cousin Ninette invited us to a conference which was conducted at Roadway Restaurant, Roadhouse Restaurant in Iloilo City. At that time, only very few attended, and I became interested with the presentation, not only of the amazing effect of the product, but also of the economic side. And I put it in mind how the one guest said that good for you here in the Philippines that there is this RIWAY, this introduction of the Purtier Placenta using that stem cell because it costs a lot of money, and in the US it's very expensive. And during the conference, I also realized that the economic side of the presentation brought by the staff of the RIWAY is very attractive. However, times passed, but it did not triggered a lot my interest because after that conference, no other activity was conducted that had a follow-up. So again, I think last year, kasagsagan ng pandemic, again, Miss Net again tried to call me, and again we talk about the Purtier Placenta. And that time, I had the cousin of my husband was hospitalized due to liver problem. But despite my introduction to them about Purtier Placenta, they did not take it. And eventually, it was so sad to think that that cousin of my husband died. And sometimes it depressed me to think that when it comes to introduction of the product, others want it, but pagdating na sa presyo, mag-back out na po sila. So, despite all that, I still get interested about it because what came into my mind is that if is my mother who was once got ill because of stroke, and until now she is still not in good health condition, although there's a slight healing. And I always think, how could I get into this using the Purtier Placenta? Parang sinasabi ko na lang na, ay ano ba ito, interest na lang yung sa akin, wala ng kapital. But sometimes I am challenged because Miss Net continue to ask me and remind me, and is persistent in inviting me in the Zoom conferences. And so I got interested about it. And when my younger sister got a problem, she told me that she had a problem na yung menstruation na nag-bleed siya for quite parang prolong ba in 1 month. And then she consulted a doctor and was recommended to have a curettage, yung ano ba, yung raspa. So that's the process where it would determine if the degree of our problem in the reproductive system, mainly on the uterus, because the cause of the bleeding was due to thickened endometrium. And I invited her to join the Zoom conference and listen to the testimonies. And she did follow. And after that, she talked with Miss Net. But she was advised by the doctor to prepare 50,000 pesos for the operation. And I told her the 50,000 pesos will only go to the process, no medication, but you still have to pay your doctor, your anesthesiologist, and your lab test. How about trying Purtier Placenta? And according to her, she prayed. And then she told me, Ning, maybe this is God's answer to my prayer. I will risk the money that I have loaned, the 50,000. I will first one bottle. So he did try, although buying one Purtier Placenta, one bottle is very expensive because it costs 20,000. When others know about it, it would always say, ang mabatian mo lang, yung marinig mo lang is, they will say, ay, kamahal gid ba? Amo na. So she just said, never mind. And then she tried. And after 2 days of she texted me that yung mga irregularities sa body.
I think nawala po yung connection ni Ma'am Florentina. Siguro po antayin natin saglit baka po ulit.
Okay.
Okay, welcome back. Sige po, you may continue.
Sige, ma'am. Okay. And then, she told me that wala gid ko na ginulsol nga nagbay ako sang Purtier Placenta because parang all that the inconvenience I felt parang initially na-release sa akin. So I kept on telling others about the experience of my sister, Ma'am Wen. She in fact had her testimony last time. And when my husband heard about it,
Sige ma'am, you may continue na po.
okay. And
Yes,
then when my husband heard about my testimony about Ma'am Wen, he told me that if that Purtier Placenta can heal me because he had an ultrasound result of her inguinal hernia. Nangangala yung puso niya. And it was found out the positive result of the ultrasound was he had an inguinal hernia. And then the husband of the doctor who is his friend told him na, "Sir, kung takot kang magpa-opera, you can suspend and ang wait for some months to have to decide." And then I decided to buy Purtier Placenta so that he can take the Purtier Placenta. What we did was, my sister, considering that we had a financial difficulty, we planned to pool amount so that we can gather. And then when we talked to Miss Net, she also helped us and that we were able to avail of the one set of the Purtier Placenta. So my husband took his therapy as well as I also took mine because even though I do not experience complicated symptoms, but sometimes when I work overtime or had some stressful work, I feel that the right side of my head parang nag-collapse. Parang worry ako, pero it would take time and it would be difficult for me to have a consultation with a doctor in this pandemic time. So I decided to take the Purtier, and also with a fear that if I may not boost my immune system or my health, we are always exposed to situations wherein we are intimidated by the COVID positive because I am working in the court and palagi na lang na-expose ka sa maraming tao at saka how many times na kami po ano ba tawag dyan? Na temporarily na hindi pinareport sa office dahil may nagka-positive. So, yun ang umabot sa isip ko na dapat ma-maintain din ako ng Purtier Placenta. And it had also a great benefit in me because dati pag stress ako sa work, parang feeling ko na may difficulty ako sa breathing and hindi ako makapaghiga ng isang pillow lang, dapat 2 o 3. Yun ang na-correct akin at iba yung resistance ko. And then, yung sa husband ko naman, nagsabi siya na okay yung nawala yung pangalay ng kanyang puson, and then nung ika-third day ng pag-take niya, nagsabi siya na parang sasabog daw yung kanyang tiyan at saka masakit. Sabi ko baka yun yung sabi nila na healing manifestation. So i-rest mo na lang. So this time, sabi niya, lahat naman ay nawala. And then, when we took our vaccine, others are complaining, although I took the paracetamol before, I asked from Miss Net, if it would be okay if along with the Purtier Placenta, we can have the vaccine. And then okay. So I noticed that after the vaccine, my husband did not experience any side effects, and because probably his immune system is quite is strengthened. And I also had no severe side effects after the vaccine. And I'm happy to tell others that the product had benefited me and my other is about my mother na nagka-emergency kami last week dahil hindi siya makahinga. And I was called by my sister, Miss Ma'am Wen, na hindi daw si nanay makahinga ng masyado. And then we were advised to bring her for an X-ray. And the X-ray result was ang kanyang lungs may maraming fluids, left and especially the right. And then we asked the doctor, what should we do? And he so we were advised to admit my mother in the hospital, but it is very difficult considering that many hospitals in the city does not admit patients, because in fact there were two hospitals with one hospital has 70 cases positive, the other one has 40. So we find it difficult to have our mother to be admitted, and in fact she will be subject to swab, which costs 8,000, and in mainstay watch caregiver will be swab also with a cost of 2,000. So we decided uh, well, we mother take the Purtier Placenta, the mega dose, 2 capsules every 3 hours. That was in May 18. So, so in that day, she took 2 capsules, one capsule in the morning, 2 capsule at noontime, and then at 3 o'clock, two, and then at 5 o'clock, another 2 capsule, and then I think in the evening she was also given. And we were amazed to learn that on the following morning, she was able to get up from bed by herself already. And so we indeed say that the effect of Purtier Placenta had a amazing effect on her. So we were thank God for that amazing experience using Purtier Placenta as an instrument of healing in us, in our family members. So I would like also to thank our cousin Ninit, who was persistently uh, inviting us and encouraging us to use the Purtier Placenta, which now you can only say that indeed we did not regret in using it. So we are so happy that we were able to avail of that by God's grace. Uh, God's grace because we don't have enough. We are also financially constrained, but in God's time, we were able to raise the amount so that we can use Purtier Placenta. So thank you so much, and that's all that I can share. We still pray and hope we can continue with our therapy and also be in the advocacy so that we can share to others. So I think that's all for today's testimony, and I'm happy that God allowed us also to use Purtier Placenta as an instrument of healing, and may we continue to share it with others also. Thank you so much, and good evening to all.
Thank you very much, Ma'am Florentina. Salamat po sa wonderful testimonies ninyo. At hindi lang kayo yung naka-experience. 3 other members pa ng family. Thank God and praise God. Everybody, ladies and gentlemen, po natin si Ma'am Florentina, no? At talagang clappable po yung mga ganyan testimonies. And sa one set, 7 bottles, 4 silang natulungan ng Purtier Placenta. Si Ma'am Florentina, her sister, her husband, and ang kanyang mother. So praise God talaga, no, sa experience ng bawat isa, no, with the Purtier Placenta. Again, Ma'am, thank you very much, and tuloy nyo lang po yung therapy nyo, and hopefully by God's grace and healing, magiging maganda yung pakiramdam ng bawat isa sa inyo. Thank you very much po.
Yes, ma'am. That's true.
Yes po. So, for our closing, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to have one of our leaders for this closing, for closing our presentation tonight. And as I have mentioned earlier, she was one of I consider at talagang yung talagang nagbigay sa amin, no, ng information na to about Purtier Placenta and RIWAY International. And she is the main person, talagang nag-spearhead sa amin. Namilit din yan na magbigay kami ng information, lalo-lalo na dun sa mga kamag-anak namin nagkasakit during this pandemic. And until now, no, she's still really in a hindi lang hard way, no, kundi talagang she's still in the drive, no, to give this advocacy a more significant sa bawat buhay natin na nandirito sa Zoom presentation natin. And so without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, I introduce to you our 2-star diamond leader, Ms. Josephine Andales.
Hello, good evening, everyone. Thank you, sis, for that wonderful introduction. No? And, you know, mixing emotions ko ngayon eh. Later, you will understand why. And I'm so grateful, no, na up to now, I mean, you stayed with us. You stay with us up to this time. And I don't know, Mr. Sart, mixed emotions talaga ako, sis. As in, you know, I am very grateful talaga that I met RIWAY International kasi hindi lang yung family namin yung natulungan sa RIWAY International, even our relatives, no? And see, yung courage ko of sharing this, nagbubunga na siya, and ewan ko, mixed emotions ako. You will understand it later as I go on with my story. And yes, I was once a government employee, no, at Philippine Statistics Authority. For those who don't know me yet, baka may mga first timers ba dito? I think so. Let me check. Kindly type 1 for first timers. Huwag kayong mahiya. So I was once a government employee, you know, holding a statistical supervisory position at Philippine Statistics Authority. And I've served there for around 16 years already until I met RIWAY International, no? And I started my therapy January 2019. And then after nine months of doing this advocacy, I had decided to avail an early retirement. And, you know, maybe you would wonder, no, even me, until now, I can't believe that I would fall into this kind of industry. But as I go on with my story, I hope you would understand bakit naka-decide ako ng ganito. And, you know, yung mga na-present kanina na mga about the product and yung mga testimonies, right? Ano ba yung masasabi niyo sa product? Di ba amazing siya? Hindi lang siya amazing, actually super amazing siya. And yun talaga yung consideration ko before I took the therapy. Tatlo yun eh. If the product is really effective, yung effectivity of the product, that's one. And second one is if I really need the product. And then the third one, if it's affordable, right? But yung affordable kasi subjective yun eh. So, wait lang ha. Shut it off, Dad. Nag-ano ko ng tawag dyan? Okay. And alam nyo bakit ano ako ngayon, parang wala sa sarili, you know, yung sister ko kasi, the other night, ayokong umiyak. We got news kasi nagka-COVID siya, and she's in Dubai right now. Okay lang ba umiyak? And sabi ko na I'm helping other people. Bakit hindi ko matulungan tong sister ko? So, saan siya ha? Diba we know very well na itong product natin is really good sa COVID, sa COVID patient, no? Sorry, na talaga ako eh. Kasi the other night pa talaga ako bothered nito, and yung feeling ba na kung pwede palang ipalipad mo talaga yung Purtier Placenta para lang umabot sa kanya. But then when we asked no yung FedEx, it will take them 7 to 14 days pa. So sabi, I cannot wait. So I find ways kasi may mga leader naman tayo sa Manila na pwede makatulong sa atin, no? Then kanina nanan ko ng paraan na yung sister, yung kasama natin sa Manila, pwede pala na magpadala doon daw to the DHR na within 3 to 5 days. So yung ginawa ko kanina, padala na lang ako ng LBC sa kanya, and then nag-request ako, no, nag-ask ako ng favor kung pwede siya na yung magpadala siya bukas ng 2 bottles para sa sister ko, para at least within 3 to 5 days, ano na yun, maabot na doon. So, yun ang sharing ko na this product is really amazing. Kasi even we would not share this to our families and our relatives if this is not true, if this product is not amazing. And holistic kasi yung therapy, right? Holistic siya. So meaning to say, we don't, like for example, in my case before, kasi I had so many health concerns, right? May adult onset asthma ako, may mga bukol-bukol dito, myoma. So sabi ko, when I heard this presentation, the same presentation that you heard a while ago, which was presented by my partner, Mr. Cristito Andales, that was same presentation talaga. And starstruck ako at that time kasi sabi ko, oh, I think this is the answer to my prayers, Because say with just this kind of therapy, ma-address ko lahat ng mga concerns ko, right? And I don't need different treatment procedures na. So you see, and then when you look also at the mga presentations natin sa testimonies, even though, di ba, yung mga hopeless cases. So, yun, I've learned that also, na what if the doctors will tell you that there is no more hope, that you will only live in 3 months' time. Ganyan nangyari doon sa one of my patients na papa ng close friend ko. And, by God's grace, until now, magto 2 years na siya in taking this therapy. Pero yung sabi kasi ng doktor sa kanya, in 3 months time, yun na yung taning sa kanyang buhay. And you see, by doing this advocacy in more than 2 years now, I realized that I now know that there is an option. And what is that? That is Purtier Placenta. So, yung first na consideration ko that the product is amazing, check na yun. The product is very effective. And the second one, excuse me muna. Yung second consideration is yung need. Need ko ba yun? Right? Of course, I had so many health concerns, so need ko talaga yun, right? But for those, na sabi nyo na, I don't need this product, but kasi okay na ako. But don't you know that when you're already in your late 20s or early 30s, yung stem cells sa katawan nyo, na lang naiwan 4%. So that means na it's very high risk na that you will get sick. Lalo na ngayon in this time of pandemic. And my sister is in her 30s, right? And yun na I encourage all of you na even if you don't feel sabihin nyo na, Mamet, okay pa man naman ako. But then when you are already in your 30s, you start na with a preventive healthcare. Kaysa maglala yun, di ba? Mas malaki pa yung gagastusin nyo. And aside from that, what I mean if, for example, nasa 20s ka pa. Meron ba mga 20s dito sa first timers natin? For example, sabihin mo na, Mamet, I'm still too young. But then maybe there's a purpose that you are here. Maybe you would say na you don't need this product, but maybe you will be a channel or you will be an instrument to others who need this product. Pwede yun sa parents mo or your other relatives, right? So yun yung need, the effectivity, the need. And the third one, yung affordability. kapag yung answer mo sa first and second criteria, effective yung product and you need it naman, would you, kumaga, yung affordability ba, would it matter? For me at that time, no, sabi ko, ay, bahala na siguro kahit na milyon. Anuhin ko pa talaga. Kasi I know how it feels losing someone, no? Losing a loved one. Kasi yung sister ko, no, she was 39 years old at that time and bigla lang kasi siyang nawala sa amin after spending happy vacation dito with the family, and the next day, yun lang nangyari. Sudden twist of events, excuse me. So yun, for me, kami family at that time, na-realize namin how to value our health, right? And that's why yung affordability, when you say kasi 135,000, yes, I know it's expensive. But if somebody will tell you na expensive yan, you ask them back. Expensive, mahal siya compared to what? Compared sa ordinary na vitamins na wala namang yun. Parang walang effect lang yun yung vitamins, di ba? And for example, sasabihin nila, 135,000, mahal. Compared to what? Compared to your health? Compared to your life? Like for example, sa case ko, if I would say no, and then I need a product, parang sinasabi ko lang na mas mahal pa pala, mas yung value ng life ko is less than 135,000. Right? So, those are the points that I want you to consider, especially sa mga, kahit na hindi first-timers dito, no? Because we also have some advocates here na hindi pa talaga nakapag-start ng therapy kasi inuna yung parents nila. And gano'n na nangyari kasi sa sister ko, no? That's why, ma-relate ko talaga kasi noon, why I'm so worried right now. Kasi noon, pinadalhan ko yan siya ng 7 bottles talaga. Going to Dubai. And then, nakatake kasi yan siya, pero mga 1 bottle lang yun or 2 bottles. Kasi after siya nanganak, ewan ko ano ba yun sa Tagalog? yung nanghupong. Naintindihan nyo? Hindi ko alam ano yung sa Tagalog. Nagmanas? Tagalog ba yan, sis? Basta, di ba after mga anak, di ba dapat after mga anak mawala na yung pagmanas. Pero sa kanya kasi, after 1 week, binigyan siya ng doktor ng pampawala nun. Kasi parang may water retention pa siguro. And then yung BP niya at that time, no? Sorry ha. BP niya at that time is, very high. That's why, pinainom siya ng medicine sa BP, parang 5 times a day. Sabi ko, grabe naman yan. And good enough na nakauwi ako sa Mati at that time kasi siya, kapag manganganak yan siya, umuwi yan siya dito sa Pilipinas para lang manganak. Pero after that, balik na naman siya sa Dubai. Ngayon, ang nangyari, more than 1 week na, hindi pa rin na okay yung pagmanas niya. So sabi ng doc sa kanya, extend na lang natin. So imagine, no, grabe yung medicines na intake niya. And then, sabi ko sa kanya, Sel, mag-take ka na lang ng stem cells. Kasi nag-avail siya ng stem cells at that time, pero yung binigyan niya ng stem cells is yung husband niya kasi bago na operahan yung husband niya. Sa gallstone ba yun? Basta somewhere sa may tummy banda. So yun, okay naman. After taking stem cells, few days pa lang, nawala na. So sabi ko nga na yung pag-uwi niya, sige, dalhin mo yan. Kasi, diba, nagamit man yung ibang na-purchase niya, ginamit ng husband niya. And then, so, yung ibang bottle, sabi ko, dalhin mo na lang ito sa Dubai. So, but after ilang months, ako sa kanya, nag-inquire, oh, kumusta man, natuloy mo yung pag-inom ng stem cell. Sabi niya, ate, okay naman ako. Parang 1 bottle o 2 bottles na yung inom niya. Sabi niya, i-ano ko na lang ito sa Mati, iuwi ko na lang. Kasi mas kailangan ni Mami, mas kailangan ng Mami namin. So, yun. So, walang naiwan na bottle sa kanya. Kaya nga, ako, nag-ano ako ngayon, sana, yung pagsisisi ba, na sana hindi ko na lang pinadala balik yung bottles back. And so, buting na lang no, may mga good Samaritans may mga sisters tayo and brothers sa RIWAY International na pwede tayong makaas ng favor. So I hope na ma-reach yun within 3 to 5 days sa kanya. And what has bothered me also, no, just early this morning, I was wondering bakit yung mom ko, sige tawag ng tawag. Yung isang sister pala namin, yung ate namin, sabi niya, di daw makatayo ng maayos yung isang leg, and then parang yung speech niya hindi clear. Ang tawag dyan? Slurry? Basta hindi clear yung speech. Hindi siya makapasalita ng maayos. So sabi ko, ma'am, it could be na stroke yan. Tapos, when they told me about that, nagtaka ako kasi parang hindi sila natataranta. Bakit hindi sila natataranta? Kasi may Purtier Placenta kasi yung mama ko doon. So sabi ng mama ko na, Net, pinainom ko siya, yung doktor doon. Net, pinainom ko si Bingbing. Bingbing kasi yung sister ko. Ng 2 capsules kanina, umaga. And sabi niya na, medyo na okay na daw yung lakad niya. And then sabi nila, before daw nila ipa-admit, i-observe pa daw. And then, ngayong lunch na naman, binigyan na naman ng 2 capsules. Sabi ko, okay lang na mag-take kayo ng Purtier Placenta, but still, mas okay na magpa-admit, at least ma-monitor ng doktor kung ano. Kasi hindi naman siya nag-therapy. Yun nga, ang isang ko din, yung regret, kasi hindi ko siya napilitan talagang mag-take. Hindi ko siya na-convince na mag-take. Nakapag-take siya noon, 1 bottle lang, that was 2019. Kasi sabi niya, Net, sige, libre mo ako. Sige, sabi ko, yung pwede ko lang malibre sa'yo, 1 bottle lang. Kasi nagte-therapy din ako, yung husband ko, yung anak ko, and then yung mother ko. Sabi ko, ano naman meron ka naman mga anak na overseas worker. Sabi ko, 1 bottle na lang yung ilibre ko. After that, i-continue mo yan. Sabihan mo yung mga anak mo na i-continue. So yun, last year, na-admit na naman yan siya. Kasi hindi talaga siya nag-take ng therapy. Sinasabihan ko na yung mga anak niya na mag-take ng therapy. Yung nabilihan nila yung mama na mag-take ng therapy. Pero hindi sila nakinig. Ngayon lang, yung nangyari sa kanya, ngayon pa sila nag-oo. Sabi nila, sige ate, paghatian namin. Tapos ngayon, it's too late na ba? So, yun ang lesson learned na sa atin na let's not wait na maglala yung health condition natin. Kasi mas malaki pa yung gagastusin natin Gaya ngayon, kung magpa-admit, kailangan pa daw na mag-swab test yung ang daming mga protocol. And ang worst pa, yung the risk of getting COVID infection pa ba, 'di ba, sa hospital. So, yun so I said I made the right decision for me and my family. Yung sister ko lang kasi na go into therapy talaga na complete therapy. Yung sister ko na isa na meron siyang myoma. But then 2019 ko rin siya kinonvince, and then na-convince siya last year lang, November 2020, when her doctor told her na for operation na yung myoma niya. So you see, ewan ko ba, so sana tayo mga Pinoy i-change natin yung ganyan na attitude na waiting for our health condition to worsen before we act. Right? Buti na lang yung sister ko naagapan pa. So until now, she's happy about it. Although hindi pa siya nagpa-check up, pero wala na kasi siyang na-feel na pain eh. After sa first month niya na nag-take, yung menstruation niya, ano na talaga, marami ng mga apples. So sabi ko, ganyan din yung nangyari sa akin. Possible na yung myoma mo, possible na ma-okay na, maano na yon, mawala na talaga yon. So that's it. Yun ang na-learn ko na lesson, no? Today, since the other night na as much as possible, we have to convince our families and friends if we know na they really need the product. Kumbaga, by all means ba, we're going to convince them. Kasi at the end, tayo pa rin ang mafe-feel guilty eh. So, yun yung mga first-timers ngayon. We are now passing on this responsibility to you. Right? Now that you know about this advocacy of hope, please lang, be bold enough to share this to your family and friends. And together, let us be a rainbow to someone's cloud. Let us be an answer to someone's prayer. Right? And si Lord na talaga ang bahala sa atin. I tell you. And it happens to me. It happens to everybody here. Yung mga advocates na dito. That's why we are sharing this. We're sharing this chance. We're sharing this hope for you so that you also will experience this change na na-experience namin. Not only in terms of health, but really in totality sa life namin. There's really a tremendous change. That's why we are really, really unstoppable in sharing this. So I hope na-enlighten kayo sa sharing ko. And looking forward sa mga first-timers to be our co-advocates here. So I think that would be all. Thank you so much, everyone. God bless.
Thank you very much, Sis Josephine Andales. Muntik din ako mapaiyak kanina. But praise God, they're getting better, and talagang with all the challenges, okay pa rin sila, and still God is healing them. Amen. So again, once again, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for all your presence, pati yung mga advocates and first-timers natin dito. I know, binigay sa atin ito ng Panginoon, we as the instrument, to share this wonderful blessing na create ng RIWAY International. And with this, sana marami pa tayong ma-sharean, di ba? Let's continue to share this wonderful blessing to our family, friends, relatives, and common friends, And let's share these testimonies, this hope na narinig natin ngayong gabi. And may this night be a wonderful night. At may iwan ito sa isip at puso ninyo that this Purtier Placenta is giving every one of us here a hope to heal and to give back our health to fullness, diba? In God's grace. So again, once again, thank you very much, everyone, and may you have a blessed night. God bless us all. Bye-bye.
Bye. Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you,
mga speakers.
Thank you, Bert, for
Thank
joining
you
us.
so much. Thank